Most people know Building 21 as the map in DMZ where you go to lose all of your gear so you can regain it again in Al Mazrah, but its exact location has always been a mystery until now. In today's video, I'm going to explore Building 21's secrets and put to bed the theories about where Building 21 is located, what it was used for, and why it even exists in the first place. So if you're unfamiliar with Building 21, it's essentially one big stronghold filled with never-ending supplies of bots and roughly 4 to 5 other enemy teams. The spawn locations are kept fairly close together, and you've got about 12 minutes to get some gear and then get out, assuming you don't die in the first minute of the match. Building 21 is branded as the DRC, or Defense Research Center, as its primary goal is the development of advanced weapon systems, various scientific research, and of course bioweapons. Now, the history of Building 21 is a little blurred, mainly because of the core overarching story of DMZ changed a lot over the course of each seasonal update. Originally, Building 21 was home to Shadow Company, until Modern Warfare 3 neared close to release and then Kony took it over. Nowadays, Kony patrols the corridors and the labs, with players teaming up with Shadow Company in an attempt to free the site from its siege. Although the boss Velikan still enters the facility for the boss fight, which I'm confident is just because creating a new boss for the storyline was probably more trouble than it's worth. So you might be asking, what is the story of Building 21, and what's actually going on inside? Well, the various notes scattered around the facility paint a little bit of a picture as to what things were like before it was occupied by Kony. One note that you can find is a letter from someone complaining about how dark it is in the underground car park, which I'm sure is just a joke from the developers, but it is stupidly dark down there. The first set of notes that we need to read is the Journals of an Officer. The first note is a voice recording of a security officer talking about the LPCON system, or the lab protection conditions, which start at normal, then increase from alpha all the way to delta. Moving on to Journal 2, and the same security officer talks about their feelings regarding the new employees and how they appear to all be special forces, and they don't take the LPCON system seriously, assuming it's already a well-protected facility. We all know the answer to that one. Next up is Journal 3 and 4, where we find our mysterious security officer discovers the existence of LPCON Echo, and the fact that they're willing to kill everyone inside with a noxious gas to prevent information leakage to external threats. If you've played a match of Building 21 before and managed to stick around until the end, you'll have seen that the gas spreads rapidly around the facility, forcing you to an exfil. It's honestly quite scary with all the tier 3 bots that will swarm you with shotguns. Journal number 5 unfortunately is deleted and we can't see what it says, but I'm going to assume our security officer probably didn't make it out alive. So that's a quick introduction to Building 21, but you might be wondering, where is Building 21 actually located? Now, this is a bit weird. I feel like the story has been retconned a little bit here and changed up the last minute just to fit the Modern Warfare 3 narrative, and I'll tell you why. You see, when you infill into Building 21, the minimap shows this static image of a facility in the middle of a massive crater. Now, a lot of people around the time of Building 21's release assumed this was probably hinting at the fact that Building 21 was in the rubble of the nuke that destroyed Verdansk in the original Warzone. However, I can disprove this with 2 different pieces of information. Firstly, Research Journal number 3 mentions that the chemical weapons being developed at the DRC were being shipped over to Verdansk, which obviously you wouldn't ship something somewhere if it already was there. Plus, this journal is dated 5th of March 2020, and the destruction of Verdansk event happened in April of 2021. So I feel that disproves that theory conclusively, but a second reason why it isn't located in Verdansk is the DRC Zone 1 multiplayer map. Building 21 is right there, and of course we are not in the middle of Verdansk. Now, you can see this sign in the middle of the map that lists all of the buildings on the site and what they're used for. Interestingly, Building 21 doesn't have any description next to it, but I suppose it makes sense that they wouldn't want their super big, secretive biochemical weapon facility listed on visitor maps. Having said all that, I do think that Building 21 is in fact located somewhere in the Middle East, specifically somewhere near Al Mazrah. If you unlock a couple of locked caches around the map, you can actually find this lost bunker film canister, and the description says that it's a recording of the opening of the DRC Al Mazrah facility. Now, there may be more than one DRC, but we currently haven't got any other information to prove that there's more than one. Also, one quick little Easter egg I noticed whilst researching this is that the infill sequence for this map lists the location as classified, but the day as 307. Modern Warfare 2 was released on the 28th of October 2022. If you skip 307 days forward from the 28th of October, you get to the 31st of August 2023. Well, the DRC Zone 1 map was released in Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2, which released on the 30th of August 2023, which I thought was really cool that the dates kind of line up the way that they do. So with all that together, we can conclusively say that Building 21 is not in Verdansk, and its real location is classified, but it might be somewhere near Al Mazrah. Maybe. Coming back to the notes though, and I found 3 notes all listed as Building 21 intel, and this appears to take place just before the release of Modern Warfare 3. The first piece of intel is between an unknown entity called K and someone called Michael. Michael talks about the effects that the gas they're producing is having on people and offers K another visit of their lab to see it in person. The second piece of intel is written from the perspective of K, which we now know is revealed as the Kony Group, and it appears as if Kony funded further development for the core lab and also presses for the gas to be ready for distribution to stop the Western groups, including Shadow Company. The final note finishes with Michael worried about their work being traced back to the lab and the effects that it'll have if other countries find out who's behind it. Unfortunately, these notes don't really give us too much information, but it does indicate that Kony was using Building 21 to ramp up gas production to use in Urzikstan. So that's as much information about Building 21 that I could find and piece together. I find all this extra lore and backstory super interesting though, and I find it really cool how it all fits together and links the Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 stories together. But let me know down in the comments below what you think about Building 21. Do you enjoy the map and like how it's progressed the story of DMZ, or are you just heading down there for good loot? As always, thank you so much for watching this far into the video. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye!